Now let's visit with Amanda and Wolfgang Puck at Spago Restaurant in Chicago. What can I say? We are here with the favorite grand dame of the culinary scene, East and West Coast, Amanda Puck.
Hi.
Thanks for letting us come in.
Thank you for coming over here.
Tell us about Spago. We're in your sort of new room.
We're in our new room. This is our bar area, bar and grill area that we just redid. That's why we have these really cozy booths here and very intimate. And we serve a bar and grill menu now that's a little different than what we have had before in the past. More appetizers and fun kinds of dishes.
Okay. Tell us about some of these fun dishes right here.
Excellent. This is our stir-fried lamb dish. It actually originated in Chinois in Los Angeles, and it is so wonderful. A little spicy, so let me know how it is. Do I need to get you some water or something?
No, it's sweet too. Good, good.
Excellent. And this is one of my favorite dishes that we have on the menu. This is our homemade sausage plate. It kind of roots back to Wolfgang growing up in Austria, and we make all of these sausages in the restaurant.
Really?
This is a chicken parmesan with sun-dried tomato. This is our lamb kielbasa and chipotle chili pepper sausage, and each one comes with a different flavored mustard that we make at the restaurant.
I've never had this. Delish.
Oh good, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Now, tell us about what you say is the best calamari in Chicago.
This is the best calamari, I think, all over, so far that I've had, but I'm from Staten Island, so you know. But this is fried calamari, and we serve it with a yuzu lime vinaigrette. A yuzu is a special juice that we actually get that Francois brings in, and it's a really wonderful sauce. It's really light.
Francois Crocodon, who's your chef here.
Our chef, our wonderful chef here at the restaurant.
A great guy. A personally great person.
Yes, he's very, very nice. And he makes a mean calamari, too.
Now, why do you say this is so mean?
I love the sauce. I think it's, sometimes when you have calamari, it can taste really heavy, but I think the way he prepares the calamari makes it really light. And the sauce is great, because I think you always go to a place and they give you like a heavy red sauce. I like this. It's very refreshing. It's like great, very, very good for the palate. It's like a good, clean, refreshing taste to it.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go teach you folks how to make a Chicago-style pizza.
All right.
So I'm going to let you order some entrees, but I'm going to be right back.
Okay.
I'll just,
Make sure you save me a big slice, though.
I'll bring a couple out.
All right.
Well, here we are. We brought in LA's most famous chef, and we were just talking with Amanda about everybody relates to Spago as being very expensive.
Yeah, no, I think actually Spago is a very reasonable restaurant. Now, we have some dishes which are more pricey than others. But it's a really down-to-earth restaurant in one way. Like we have things like pizzas. And we started this craze with pizzas in California and Los Angeles. They're a little bit different than your pizzas here in Chicago. But they are wonderful because they're thin crust.
Eating our pizzas, the big thick ones, are like eating a steak.
I know. So that's one a different one. You can have it as an appetizer or as a main course. But you pay about $9 or $10 and you have a wonderful dinner. You come after the theater or just have it with some cocktails. So it's a perfect thing to have. And when I go to Europe or somewhere, when I come back home, if I would come back to Chicago or to Los Angeles, the first time I eat pizza is pizza. I mean, nobody can tell me I have to eat caviar or goose liver or something. I don't really care. But pizza is really a food you can eat every day. So that's why I love to make it.
I'm gonna just step away, and you know the drill. So go ahead and make me a pizza.
Okay, well, we're gonna show you a few. We made a pizza dough, which is really easy to do. There are only 5 ingredients. You have water, flour, yeast, olive oil, salt, and a little honey. Is that 5 or 6? Maybe I get confused a little bit. But it's very simple. And then you let it rest, and you form little balls, flatten them out, and then you stretch it by hand. Now, if you would make it at home, you might have to roll it out with a rolling pin, but I learned that since I was a kid, so my mother used to make them to me. If I didn't stretch the dough, I didn't get any pizza. So you stretch it nice and thin, but I want to have a lid on the side, so that way you have a little crust around. Now, some people in Italy, like in Napoli, they don't have the crust around, but I like to have the chewiness at the end. Now, we also make a pizza which became very well known. We make them for the Oscars and for a lot of our people, is the pizza with smoked salmon. Now, we stretch it all the same way as here, but we don't cook it with the smoked salmon. We just bake the crust, put some onions on it, and then put a dill cream on it and smoked salmon. And if you want a little caviar, a little salmon egg, which is great for champagne or for any time of the night or for lunch.
I got to tell you, I called them for a month in advance. I'd say every day I'd call them, can I get a job as like a waiter or server just to go to the Oscar party?
Yeah.
And it's funny, he never called me back once. All right, go ahead.
I thought this is well below your classification to be a waiter or a cook. Okay, naturally a little olive oil is always good. Okay, put them on both. Okay, here I have some red onions, sliced very thinly or finely. All right. Okay, so let's put this one in the oven already. A very fancy spatula here we have. See, it's important to put flour on the table because if not, it will stick. So at home, if you put it on a cutting board, put semolina on it or flour on it. That way it doesn't stick so you can get it off the board. Okay, here we have a pizza. Now, you always start with a little bit of cheese. Here we have mozzarella. I like a little bit of goat cheese too because it gives it a little bit of a bite. Okay, this is fresh goat cheese. You have to be careful with old goat cheese because our older goat cheese is very salty sometimes because when it dries out, the salt remains, so it's not very good to eat. Okay, here we have a few vegetables. A little fennel maybe. I love prosciutto, so we're gonna make a prosciutto pizza. A little garlic, caramelized garlic. I cook it in olive oil, so that way it's easier to digest. Here we have prosciutto. And then maybe we need a little color, so let's put a few tomato slices. Anything else you would like on it?
You know, we can call this the Dining Chicago Pizza. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. We can give it any kind of name. Now, you watch this one in there so we don't burn it.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm watching you.
Okay, good. What else we have? A few mushrooms maybe. Why not a few mushrooms? Okay, we top it off with a little bit of Parmesan and a little bit of fresh thyme. Okay, so it's very easy to do, very simple, and it cooks very fast. Okay, you see this one is in just for a few minutes. You see it start to puff up already because it's a yeast dough. Now we make the smoked salmon ourselves here. That's why it's really, really first-class smoked salmon.
Now, this is your signature pizza.
Really, absolutely. Yeah, and you can see how thin we slice it. Look at that. You can see through almost. So that's really perfect for smoked salmon. You know, you don't want to have smoked salmon which is cut really thick. And you see the texture. If you buy it in a store, generally it's very mealy and oily tasting, but this one is really fresh because we make it every day. We don't want to overcook it because it gets too hard after. So it shouldn't be like a cracker. It should be nice and crispy outside, you can see, and then it's soft inside. Then we spread it with a little bit of our dill cream. You can use chives in it or any herbs you like. Basically it's sour cream or creme fraiche. And I got the idea actually when I made the bagels with lox. You know, when we ran out of bread, so I said, oh my God, we have smoked salmon, what are we gonna put on it? And I was playing around, and then I said, you know, let's use the pizza dough. And I put the pizza dough on the side, it didn't look right. I said, you know, I'm gonna make one just like a bagel with the smoked salmon, and now people make it all over the place.
When you come up with most of your recipes, do you sit down trying to do it, or do you just sort of experiment like, well, you know, with this pizza, or both?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. Sometimes you see an ingredient which is wonderful, you see it at the market or somewhere, you say, oh, I'm gonna try to make something out of that. And then you try, and it doesn't come out always right away, right? You know, I'm not only different than a home cook in a way, you know?
Yeah.
It takes time to make it really perfect. It's rare that it comes out the first time perfect. You know, I would be a genius, not a cook after that. Okay, and here I have a little bit of golden caviar.
Is this a freshwater caviar?
This is caviar whitefish eggs, really. We call it golden caviar. It's very good because it gives a little saltiness to it. And okay, up. And here we have a wonderful appetizer. All we need is a glass of champagne and we're all right.
Gosh, I'm starving. When is David going to come back with those pizzas?
Well, it must have been a little...
Oh, wow.
A little birdie. I see we've got the champagne.
No, this is service.
Well, this is Spago, Chicago. What do you expect?
Wow, look at that. Well, this is our signature pizza. It's a smoked salmon with dill cream, and we always have some caviar on it. Wolfgang made, and this looks like a vegetable pizza. It's prosciutto, actually. Prosciutto pizza with shiitake mushroom.
It's a Dining Chicago pizza. It's new. It's on the menu.
It's the David Lissner pizza. We also have an artichoke pizza. We make pizza with our fresh duck sausage, like we make the sausage plate that we had earlier. We also have a spicy chicken pizza and spicy shrimp pizza on the menu as well.
I've had the chicken pizza. Good. I'm going to take these away because we have many entrees coming. Don't go away. Oh my God. Well, here we are, a whole lot of appetizers. This is Carly the catfish. And now tell me how this is made. I'm going to kind of just do my thing here.
Oh, you have to try it. This is our whole wok-fried catfish. There's some ginger and served with cilantro and some of our stir-fried rice. So it's a really wonderful dish. It's really nice and crisp, and it tastes really wonderful.
I mean, it's just all brown.
You gotta dip some right into the ponzu sauce there. Don't be afraid, David. Just dig right in.
Oh, that's so good.
You like that?
Do me a favor, can you put this on the side? I'm going to take this home. Then, a little sashimi.
This is our seared tuna. It's served with mashed potatoes. This is a wonderful dish. It's one of our more popular items.
And finally,
we definitely have a good Asian theme working through here. This is our Cantonese style duck. It also is very, very crispy. It's one of Wolfgang and Francois' specialties that they make. It's really nice.
before we go, I want you to look at the camera and tell them, Spago, what's your phone number? What's your address?
Spago is at 520 North Dearborn at Grand Avenue at 312-527-3700.
And this is Amanda.
Hi. Come and visit me.